Forging cybersecurity experts. SecureNinja.
Hi everyone, it's Andrew from SecureNinja again at TechNet Cyber. I'm here with Kevin McDonald from CompTIA. Hey Kevin, welcome to TechNet Cyber.
It's great to be here.
Excellent. So hey Kevin, CompTIA this year has done a lot more online testing. How is that going?
It's going super well. At the start of the pandemic, April of last year, CompTIA put all of its exams online through our test center partner Pearson VUE. Now more test online through the Pearson VUE OnView platform than are testing in the 5,000 plus Pearson VUE brick and mortar test centers.
Wow, I didn't even realize that. It's amazing.
Going super well.
Excellent. So Kevin, from our perspective as a training company, Security Plus is our biggest seller. 501 has migrated to 601. It's been going very well from our perspective at least. What other migrations have CompTIA got going on at the moment?
That's a good question. So this fall, 2021, we have just updated our capstone cybersecurity certification program, CASP Plus, CompTIA Advanced Security Practitioner Plus. The fourth version of that now is out. CASP Plus 003 exam still available through Pearson VUE for testing for another 6 months period of time. Also, one of our intermediate cybersecurity skills certifications, PenTest Plus. We have just released the second version of that. PenTest Plus 02 is now out in market. Both cybersecurity certifications now have the latest in threats, attacks, malware, and everything else. We have to continue to update our certifications so that we maintain our ISO and our ANSI accreditation for our certs, so that the DoD and many of our other important customers will continue to subscribe to them.
Excellent. So what's new in 2022 for CompTIA?
Well, we have a lot coming up in 2022. CompTIA is going to, in January, February, we are going to publish our first new certification exam in almost 4 years, CompTIA Data Plus. And this is a departure for CompTIA. This is going to be our first data analytics certification. It is targeted at a junior experienced data analyst, somebody who is working with big data in their organization. It involves data mining and analytics, but like with all CompTIA certs, from a vendor neutral perspective.
Yes.
Okay.
Data mining and analytics are very important, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That should be a good seller.
Coming out with that, and then in March, April 2022, we're going to publish the next version of CompTIA A+. Okay, 1101, 1102 will come then. Until 2 years ago, A+ was CompTIA's most popular certification exam in terms of annual student volumes. But because the cyber skills gap is even larger and more painful than the general IT skills gap, about 2 years ago, Security Plus finally bypassed CompTIA A+ in terms of annual student volumes. But still, CompTIA A+, very, very important, very necessary certification to offer for those coming into IT, those career changing into IT, those who want a foundational credential around knowledge of hardware, software, baseline security.
Excellent. So it's still going to be 2 exams?
Still going to be 2 exams. All other CompTIA certification exams are 1 test, with the continued exception of CompTIA A+. The body of knowledge is just so large. As anyone knows who's been teaching to CompTIA A+ over the years, it takes longer today. You need more hours, more classroom hours today to teach CompTIA A+ than you did 10 years ago. What those frontline IT workers are expected to know and be able to do today is so much more than years ago. And so our certification exam for A+, it has to reflect that. That does translate into more hours, more teaching hours, more class hours. But it's worth it to be able to earn that cert at the end.
Yeah, it is a very wide domain, that's for sure. Well listen, Kevin, thank you very much for stopping by SecureNinja.
Pleasure to be here.
So now we're going to talk with James Stanger. He's the Chief Technology Evangelist at CompTIA. Hey James, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you very much, good to be here.
So, CompTIA, the security landscape is constantly evolving. What do you see is changing in the threat landscape?
A couple of things. I think, first of all, the cloud has been embraced now fully. We've been talking about it for years, but we've actually seen implementation of it. So I'd say that's one of the first things. I think another thing that's really changed in the cloud, in the security landscape in terms of the attack surface, I think what you have a lot of emerging technologies. Businesses are requiring the use of a lot of emerging technologies, whether it be data-oriented, IoT. That is bringing new opportunities for hackers as well.
Excellent. So, you're an examination organization, a training organization.
Yeah.
What skills do you see are in demand in the cyber realm at the moment?
A couple of things. The cloud requisite skills, things like Linux are really big. From a security perspective, we're seeing a lot of important governance. A lot of emphasis on governance, compliance, understanding things from a policy and risk management perspective. We're seeing, for example, in Security Plus, a whole new domain about GRC, for example. So it's become a major emphasis.
Yeah, this year I started teaching the 601 and we're doing the cyber kill chain for the first time ever and introducing students to that, so absolutely.
The MITRE attack model and the diamond model, all those, so important to understand it, as well as the cyber kill chain,
Absolutely. So James, we're at TechNet Cyber. It's all about zero trust. What's CompTIA's take on it?
One of the takes I think is important about zero trust is to understand that it's a collection of technologies and it's a network architecture approach. It's going to work its way into networking and into various security job roles. It already has. We've seen that for years actually, as industry has adopted zero trust. And I like to see zero trust, for those who are still kind of grasping like what the heck is it, I see it, because there's no poster child technology for, what's the zero trust technology? Because there's several of them, at least a half a dozen. I like to look at it from a zombie perspective, or a zombie analogy. I don't know, do you have a favorite zombie movie that you like, 20 years later or something?
I actually don't, I'm from Ireland. No, not a big thing in Ireland. We have leprechauns.
Okay. Well, whether it be 28 Days Later or Shaun of the Dead or something like Night of the Living Dead, the idea about zombies is important because in any zombie movie, one of the things that can go wrong is your trusted friend right next to you can turn bad on you at any given moment, right? And the whole idea about zero trust is basically there is no implied trust. There's no implied trust network. There's no implied trusted process or user. So it's constant monitoring and also constant monitoring and evaluation. I think it's just important to understand that the IT department has kind of realized zombies can't attack at any time. The perimeter can't help you, but constant monitoring and automated response is really going to help. So that's kind of a take on it.
And that's what the cyber kill chain is about as well. Stop the attack at multiple stages.
In a big way.
Excellent. Well, I do actually like Shaun of the Dead, to be honest, so that is possibly my favourite. Yeah. Excellent. Well, listen, James, thank you very much for joining us. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Pleasure, man.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe and to like, because we have a lot more content coming from TechNet Cyber. I'm Andrew Howard for SecureNinjaTV. See you soon.